What is up, everyone? I'm Bongmaster Rob. I'm coming to you live tonight with just an opposite show of normal. My show is going to be based solely on mental health tonight. So if you have a problem and you don't have a friend, I want you to know that I'm here. I'm really sick and tired of seeing people struggle through their daily lives, knowing that someone like me or somebody like friends of mine could actually get out there and let people know this is what's going on in life. There's a lot of people out here now that are so selfish in the way they react to things. They don't understand the consequences that others feel when you completely ignore someone, or when you choose to make someone else's life so miserable because you're miserable with yourself is no longer fair. And I'm saying this now because as this stream goes on, I have a lot of friends that will probably be joining me soon. I've threw out a couple of things, and some other people are in lives now, so I will be joined in a little bit. If anybody at any given time tonight is in this chat with me or in this live with me, and somebody offends that person because they're opening up when they're trying to explain something, I don't give a shit who you are or how much you think you know me. If you will not respect my friends or my guests when it comes to my chat, I will have you leave. I will block you from all of my socials, and then I will make it my mission to exploit you for the way you're treating people. This is an open-ended thing. I am not directly saying this to any individual. I'm not saying this to any group. I'm saying this to everyone. It is 2024. We've got one fucking life, okay? We have one family. And if you can't get your family to care for you like you should, I'll be your family. Because I know what it's like to struggle every single day, to try to keep your head above water, to fight, just claw, just scratch, punch, kick, every chance you get to try to get yourself ahead. When you finally accept the fact that you are human, we all make mistakes, and you're ready to move on with your life in that manner, and then you have people cutting you down. Those people are no longer going to be in my life whatsoever. After this weekend, I've decided to change my whole aspect on everything. I've been a yes man my entire life. I've been a gopher my entire life. If you call me in need, I'm going straight to you right now. Whether I have a dime in my pocket, gas in my car, or anything, you call me to come, I'm there. And I can't pay somebody to be there for me. That's what hurts the most. I hold that shit in. What's going on, Patrick? I'm going to start inviting some people in here shortly. I was wanting to get through all this little intro here because of what we're going to be talking about tonight. It's going to be very, very emotional for some of the people that are going to be in here. I'm not going to force them to talk about what we're talking about. If they want to talk, they're more than welcome. All I'm trying to do is make a safe space. I'm really tired of seeing tears in my friends' eyes. I'm tired of seeing tears in my own fucking eyes. We're all in this shit together. What's going on, Tony? Thanks again for joining us, man. I really appreciate it. I know, of course, we're going to be smoking like always. Chances are I'm going to end up with my shirt off. You know, you just never know what's going to happen when we're on this show. But I do want everyone that comes in here to understand you are a guest in my studio. You're a guest in my chat. If you don't like that, please dismiss yourself. If not, I will. Because everyone is entitled to their opinion. But when we are on certain topics, your opinion don't mean shit to me. I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to put something up there. I'm just going to say fuck off to all of you. Because if somebody is willing to come to me to open up, and somebody in chat is going to break him down, no, that's fair game on you from here on out. I'm just throwing that out there to anybody. So all the guys in chat right now, thank you for the 25 people that's sitting there with me right this second. We've only been live for 3 minutes. It's great to know that I know there's a lot of other live shows and different tapings and things of all of my friends and stuff tonight, which a lot of them are probably still going. I know there's a lot of people in Discord right now. A lot of my new friends on TikTok may be showing up soon. I'm open. If any of you guys want to come on in, feel free. I mean, whatever you want to do. If you guys want to talk about something in chat, if there's things bothering you out there, please feel free. Because I'm really tired of no one having anything to talk about. Remember my escape on Thursday, 1 p.m. 2:30. On Tony? Oh, your scope. Yes, not your escape. Did it again, didn't it? It keeps doing it. It puts, I think it's an A in it. Yeah, it put an A instead of an O. Will do, man. I will definitely keep you in my thoughts and prayers for that, man. I really hope everything goes well. I really do. I'm sorry you're going through the things you are right now. And, you know, when illnesses strike and you're stuck at home, or you're stuck alone because, you know, if you can't go to work or if you can't go to school, you know, your age, well, I guess age doesn't matter anymore. But that wears on you as well. So you feel like a disappointment when you're sick because you can't fulfill what you believe are your daily duties in place for things, it weakens you. And then when you have people compiling on top of that, it weakens you even more. And then when you get yourself to a point of just no return, it's hard. I know Weird Art Lady, save the moment, drama for your moment. With all due respect, that's what this show is about tonight, is the drama. I'm really sick and tired of people downgrading people for showing their emotions. That's why this show's here tonight. I'll be having a lot of my friends join if they want to choose. If you want to jump in here, I'll send you one too. I'm not holding back tonight with anybody who wants to speak about things that are on their mind. I'm getting tired of this. We're all fighting the same battle, but we're fighting against each other when we should be together. It's just not fair. You know, a lot of people didn't grow up the way that I grew up. I grew up in very, very, very small, secluded towns to where there's so much shit running on really hard that you've got to be a certain way. Okay. I grew up in Eastern Kentucky and Southeastern Ohio. Use whatever cliche you want. It's the truth. Whatever it is you're thinking about right now from people in that area back in the 80s and 90s. Yes, it was true. So we are all sheltered. We don't believe in anything that's out there. It takes you to be an adult to step out of that fucking box, to see the world is different than the way you were taught. You were only taught a certain way because somebody wanted to keep you under their thumbnail. It's 2024. People are identifying as fucking rodents. A man can wear a collar on his head and say he's the president of Pastaville. We all can jump in here and say, hey, how's it going? Hey, my feelings hurt. Hey, is there anybody out there that could possibly be there for me? I am. Just so you know. I will be here for anyone. If you're ever in a spot, all my DMs are open. I'm not saying I immediately hit them up like that, but I do want you to know that you are not alone, and I will reiterate that throughout the rest of the evening. This is not one of my normal Dank Dungeon Chronicles, but as you can see up here, all of my shows from here on out will be definitely brought to you by High Nine because of all the great stuff that Franz has done for me, for my streams, for bringing me into his family, to being my paid sponsor for when it comes to things like this. I will make sure that everything will be streaming across the bottom too. I was wanting just to throw these things out here that were straight up just, this is what this stream is about. And if I offend people, I don't care anymore. I'm tired of holding my tongue when I try to protect others because I'm afraid of the feelings it's going to get hurt from somebody else. Not anymore. So if you got something to smoke, smoke it right now. I am going back into, no, that's the Red Velvet. Hold on. That's not it. Red Velvet's gone. I'm going back to the Zope. I got a couple left. I've been tearing the shit up. Stuff has got a great, just, if you like the good skunky, like, oh God, that burns my nose kind of weed, that's the smell of this. It's almost like, whew, that beer tastes like my butthole's going to hurt later. I know other people's have used that one. Other people. You're right, Patrick. That was the biggest thing that I see now, because your comments are going to top, Bob, and I don't know how soon I can keep with them. But that 10-10 thing, the happiness to humans, it really gave me a different perspective on what all of us do. Because there was a lot of different people in there from all walks of life, from all races, all religions, numerous countries. And we all were able to fucking fly by the seat of our pants for a 24-hour stream, no problems, because we all had a common interest. It's hard to find that. So when you find that with the people that you're following or that are following you, you've got to keep it that way. I understand people have their own personal problems. I understand that people have their own personal differences. But with all due respect, like again tonight with this show here, the purpose of this show is allowing people to be vulnerable. So if somebody comes into this studio with me and starts speaking about things that are either bothering them or things that they fought and they wanted to share this, once again, the first person that makes fun of, comments, quotes, does anything, our friendship is over. I will block you on everything. I don't believe in shaming somebody for what they believe in, for things they build up in their life, for their kinks, for their everyday everything. You are your own individual. You are the one who has to deal with all of your decisions on a daily basis. If you're not happy with yourself, so you have to rely on jumping on other people in order to get your satisfaction, I'm sorry, I can't have that in my life, and I will not have it in my stream, because I've tried to set this place up as a nice place for everyone. So by all means, Dan, if you're free and you want to jump in for a little bit, man, I know you've got family stuff going on right now too. I will send you a link. We can pop in. I know that Sith will be joining me in a little bit after she's finished, as long as she's feeling up to it, because I know she's got a couple other streams going on now too. If anybody else has any other kind of topics you want to talk about, that's something that's been weighing on you and you just want to throw it out there. Thank you, Queen. We're all just sitting here drama, vibing. Oh, I said drama. I just read it twice from 4 different people. But either way, I mean, either that or you guys are just going to see me sitting around talking with you and talking shit and smoking some shit. So if you got one with me and you want to fire it up, I'm going to hit this fucking bong until my brain bleeds. That work for you? Ooh, smooth. I forgot my fucking ears. What the hell? You're gassed, honestly? Oh, the day wore you out, Dan? Come on, man. What the fuck? I completely understand, Queen. Same way with shit, where'd you go? Oops, how you go? Where'd you go? My bad. Sorry, jump back up here. Yeah, same with Tony. Tony's got a lot of stuff going on this week too. It's a lot of personal matters, a lot of things that, well, whether or not anybody believes in whatever, when I tell somebody that my thoughts and prayers are with you when you go through struggles, my thoughts and prayers are with you. You can take them as you want. I know people don't believe in the same things I do. I don't give a shit what I say half the time. But the way that I feel when all this stuff happens is, if we can't be together on the shit that we're struggling with every single day, I mean, come on now. Why are we here? I mean, why? Why would we just in general try to wreck other people's lives intentionally? I have 4 fucking people currently trying to do that to me. But I have something inside me called empathy. And I'll even take off my glasses for this one. When it comes to compassion for others, I will be the one standing at the head of the line fighting for others. But when it comes to myself, no, I will not. I will hide. I will cower. I will be quiet because I'm not proud enough of myself. But I can be more proud in somebody else to step out of their bubble to make their life something it's not, because of what they felt deep inside. That's what I'm doing here. Yes, I am 2 totally different people, and if I wasn't, I would probably be clinically insane right now. I have to separate Robbie from BMR when it comes to things like this, because I don't want to share the things I really, really want to share right now because they're too personal. If I have a friend in here with me getting personal and then I feel honest enough to open up with them, then I will. But I've noticed this recently, that I've lived my life every single day to serve other people, to check on them every morning, to see if there's anything that they can do. And then I go without eating, or I go without sleeping. It doesn't make me a better person than them. It just makes it that my priorities are so fucked up in my head that I don't believe in myself enough to care enough that I'm affecting myself in this way, as long as I'm able to help somebody else. And it's always the way that I've been. Yes, I've been mean to people. Yes, I've cussed people. Yes, I fucking went crazy nuts on people. Just the same as some of you other guys have. But when that tiresome laid on me, and I realized, you know what? It ain't fucking worth it anymore. I never realized how happy I could be when I realized that it does not fucking matter anymore what people think of me. I feel you, Queen. That's the way things are. And you get guilt by association a lot. And then sometimes we deserve to sleep in the bed that we made. And I was actually told that night before last by somebody that didn't expect it. Well, yeah, I didn't expect it from. Fuck, I was married to her for 10 years. I'm not going to say her name, but if you know me well enough, you know who she is. She told me that. The reason why I'm where I'm at right now is because I made this bed. I should fucking lay in it. And all I asked her to do was help reinforce me wanting my kids to come see me more, instead of letting them just lay around at her house because she caters to them. It's not that she's a bad mom. It's if you had the choice between getting everything you want or coming someplace where you know you might have to struggle for a minute, which would you do? I mean, if you're a child, it's not about love anymore. It's about what happens in front of you. And that's what's so hard when it comes to. Queen, we always are. Everybody always is, no matter what. That's why when I do my streams, if there's any kind of communications or miscommunications between people, I need them to know that I feel for both sides. I'm not a person who just jumps on one side or the other because I am not involved in that situation. I'm not. And there's no way to fully know an entire situation without knowing both sides. But when it comes to certain things, I try my best to stay out of everyone's in-depth personal lives because I know how wrecked mine is. And I don't feel that I should be telling people, things that I believe if I can't do it myself. I don't practice what I preach at all. I can teach you how to bowl a 300 game. I might get a 210. Why? Because I'm a better teacher of things than I am listening to myself. I can show you how to tear apart a car and rebuild it in a weekend. It would take me a month, but it would take you a weekend because I would be right there with you. It's what you put into things. And the worst thing is that I've come to on this, that it's the hardest thing for any human being to do. Swallow your fucking pride. Just once. Swallow your fucking pride. When somebody's reaching out to help, when you know you need to ask somebody, but you're afraid to, or when the encouragement is there from others to try to help, not force you, but help push you to the next level, not just for your own safety or for relationships. People are not always just in it to stick their nose in it. Some people are able to see from the outside looking in. And that is a hard quality to accept from people because you think they're trying to boss around the situations. I am really bad at that. I'm one of the worst people. I don't pass judgment on people, but I read into situations. And I hate to say it, but 80% of the time, I'm fucking right. Because it's sad to say that I know enough horrible people, or I've been treated horrible enough that I know when the mask is on when the person comes in public. Or I know when the mask is on when there's somebody's eyes watching out the corner. You can see that shit in people, and you need to distance yourself the best way you can, because sometimes I feel anyway that when we find ourselves trying to keep our head above water, we're willing to say things or do things to hurt others to keep ourselves there. But all those comments that we've spit out, deep inside, they were directed right toward us. We just don't have a way to accept it. So the only way we can do it is project it on others. And please, why I'm saying this is not directed toward anybody. This is me just taking my glasses off of me and Robbie for a minute. It's not me talking in the third person either. It is me actually opening up to you guys and letting you know that I am an individual. I fight my demons every single day. I fight mental health hard. And it's not because I'm lonely. It's not because I live alone. It's not because I smoke weed. It's because I'm fucking human like the rest of us. Some of us can handle it. Others can't. Some of us choose to get medicated beyond belief to where they're numb to everything in this world. I was that person once too. But you don't know what you're missing when you're numb to everything. When you become that yes man, or you just let the next person walk over you, or you let the next fucking narcissist gaslight you to know, motherfucker, my shirt is black. All right? It's fucking black. Don't tell me any different, but you're going to stand there in front of me and argue till you're blue in the face that it's a heavy gray instead of black. Same fucking thing, but because one word is different and you have to be the one who wins, try losing once. Try not being a narcissist just once. Try not thinking you do anything not wrong once. You won't. It's the same as quitting a fucking addiction. It is so much easier to pick up that phone and say, dude, I got $20, come hit me right now, get me going, than it is to say, I'm going to go do something else. Because you have to fight for it. Quitting is the easiest thing I ever did in my life. It took me waking up and looking at myself in the mirror and crying and realizing, what the fuck have you got yourself into? Do you really want to be this way the rest of your life? Do you want to rely on other people? Do you want everyone to hate you because of the person you've become that you never wanted to be, but your blinders were on because somebody had gaslighted you to the point where you just don't know what to fucking say anymore? The only person that can stop that is you. It took me 9 fucking years to realize that it was me that I was able to stand up and do that. I slept in separate rooms for 2 years with the person that I was with, begging her to leave. I didn't have it in me to kick her out. Finally, I just made it miserable. I mean, it was just like 2 ships passed into the night. No conversation. You know, we're not even roommates. I paid the fucking bills. That was the thing. And it's just, I allowed it, and I allowed it, and I allowed it. And as soon as I got that one little bit of leeway, that one window of fucking fresh air, I pounced. It was my morning. I was done. I was pretty much, I'm going to set this motherfucker on fire and watch it all burn. If you want to sit on this pile of ash when we're done, terrific. If not, down the road. By the end of that weekend, I was alone again, back on myself. And I've never been happier. Shortly after was when I actually discovered that the medical benefits of weed. And I don't give a shit who's watching now. Oh, you fucking playing it. No. If you can pick up a pill bottle, open that son of a bitch up, and put some random fucking object in your mouth that somebody tells you is good for you, then you can listen to me for a second. I went from taking 120 Oxy 40s, well, Roxy 40s a month, 90 Valium 10s a month, and 60 Adderall 30s a month to smoking weed. Call me a liar, say I'm wrong. I don't give a shit. Anybody can stop what they're doing. I was getting that shit prescribed to me every single month from licensed professionals. But the stigma of this being weed and still illegal in half the states. I was okay when I was that way. Why am I not okay now? Because I do fucking money in it, because you can't control me anymore. I'm not a fucking zombie. I'm not numb to the world. I finally found something that can take care of my pain, my anxiety, my weight, my mind, my heart, my everything. But it also gave me my independence from others when I knew that I had to fight for a reason to either keep the peace or something like that. It's not that way anymore. People say, yes, it's a gateway drug. It's because people call that a gateway drug because they've never tried another drug before. The only thing that drug right there is there, well, not drug anymore, medication, flower, plant, whatever you want to call it, wherever you're from, whatever your stuff is. I will get back to the comments in a minute. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of in a little zone here. If you can't open your eyes enough to see benefits from something because of who you are, where you were raised, or anything like that, I have no use for you, because I'm accepting you. I'm accepting your opinion that this is bad. Why not accept my opinion? It's good. We are all here. We are all allowed to say what we want to say, right? We can always do that. So I fight a lot because my family is not that, just me. So nobody knows how to handle it. I've spoken with my children. They're the ones who I spoke with before I ever started doing this to make sure they were okay with it. Anybody else can kiss my ass. I mean, nothing against you, family, if you're watching, but y'all can kiss my ass. The only people that I care any more about in this world are my children. They're the only people that are there. So I'm there. You know, and that's how it will always be. And if they were okay with me being this way and you can't, that's your fucking problem. If you find me on other social medias just to copy what I do and post it to one that I don't post to show people what I'm doing because you think what I'm doing is bad, that is your problem, not mine. Because when I finally did do that, because the whispers would stop, I hoped. They didn't stop. They're still there. When I go out in public, I know what people are saying. I get that. But you know what? I'm the healthiest I've ever been in my fucking life because of that. And it's so astonishing to know that people just, I don't know. I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. Everybody smoked back then. Everybody. Of course, the stigma was there. Oh, yeah, bad people do this. Well, bad people also drink. Bad people also give medication from a doctor. Bad people also self-medicate with other things. Why pick the only one thing that was given to us on this earth that we don't even have to watch? That shit can grow by itself. You don't have to make it into a form. You don't have to grind it down and mix it with 9 other drugs to make it a medicine for us to help with our mind, with our heart, with our soul, with anything. All we got to do is walk up to that plant, pick a little flower off of it, and then choose the way we want to put that in our system. It's not just smoking anymore. Yeah, people don't want to smoke. It's hard on your lungs. I get that. You ever tried an edible? You ever tried some RSO? You ever tried a tincture? You ever tried a gummy? You ever tried a beverage? I'm sure somebody has made it like into a gas mask type vapor where you can just inhale nothing but like you would if you were under a breathing treatment machine. Because it's not anymore just to get high, it's the benefits of it. And then when somebody like me comes onto the scene or whatever you want to call it, and I start doing the stupid shit that I do, I want you to know that the weed has helped me be those people in those masks. It has helped me become Bongmaster Rob. Because as Robbie itself, me, I'm a sheltered little kid who hides in the fucking corner all the time. I'm embarrassed of myself. I'm embarrassed the way I look, the way I walk, the way I dress, where I live, who do I know, what I drive. I'm so embarrassed about that. But I was able to make an alter ego of myself that was like my quote unquote big brother that I'd always wanted that never had. I made myself my own invisible friend or imaginary friend. So when I come back here, the strength that I found through becoming this BMR character has made it to be that I can talk to you now without these glasses on, worrying about what I'm looking at or whether I'm making eye contact with you as Robbie. I would never have been able to do that. Fucking never. And even the people in my family who might be watching that know me that don't like me, they're probably shaking their head. Yeah, that's right. He wouldn't say shit. I put those masks on because I'm not hiding from you. I'm hiding from myself. I'm trying my damnedest to get out everything that I can because it hurts. And I know it sounds stupid. It's a fucking cliche. Everybody fucking knows it's a cliche. But you know what? I have accepted the fact of being made fun of for things that I could not control. So when I get made fun of for being the way that I am now, for the things I'm saying, the way I talk with my fucking hands all the time, that's why I can't use Zen's little auto rotator because then it fucking freaks me out like somebody's in the room with me. My own father embarrassed me on a post on Facebook, and I don't give a shit who's watching either. He tells me, I'm going to have to block you, son, till you get a life. Instead of saying, Robbie, what is the reasoning behind you putting those masks on? Why do you act like a different person when you put those things on? It's my cry for help that the only way that I can understand that cry for help is to try to make somebody fucking laugh. That's why. I didn't do it for your attention. I did it for the attention of those that would give me grace that I knew I don't deserve, but they knew how hard I tried. I would expect it from my father. Didn't get it. Got one of the worst comments possible. Instead of encouraging me, you're an asshole to me. And I don't fucking care that it's live. I'm getting really hurt with it right now again. Same thing with my brothers this past weekend. Guys, I love you. You should have made more of a fucking effort. It was my daughter's senior night. I get it. You had a kid there. Or I get it. You guys wanted to watch somebody else. You didn't even make the effort to speak to my senior daughter. That hurts. I chose not to go to one of their games to support one of your children's senior night. And then you have the nerve to comment on my post. You had your third in a row. You went and watched a game for another child, not the senior that was there. So please don't act like that. I spoke to my kids. You both walked right by me. One of you put your head down while I was talking to my daughter. That's not fair. That's not fair to them. So I want them to know that they're my kids. I will put them on my shoulders. I will shout it from the fucking rooftops. I don't give a shit anymore. You might not like me. That's fine. Those kids don't deserve that. The fireworks that were set off at the football game that you guys seen on one of my other things, it was paid for by my children's family, her mom's side of the family, set off from their property. Everybody got the pictures they wanted on that day, but me. I had to wait till last. And when we were last to get with my kids on this, we were the last ones on the field and the entire stands were staring at us. That fucking nervous feeling in my stomach of trying to struggle just to get one picture. But I had to let strangers that knew my kids from their mother or from their aunt or cousin take pictures before I got the opportunity to. It's not fair, people. It's not. That shit was not about you. When that person spoke over the intercom and announced my daughter's name, she thanked her mother and she thanked me. We are her parents. I'm glad you guys are supportive in that way. That is the greatest thing in the world, because I know it sounds like I'm doing, a double standard here on why somebody's doing too much and one's not doing nothing. Respect that we had 3 minutes. Don't get bad and show your ass because you didn't get the picture you wanted. I have the right to. It was my daughter's special day. You knew her. That's great. You don't need to dictate that shit anymore. This is the kind of stuff that I'm standing up to from here on out. That's what my post was on Twitter earlier. I put the one thing with me in the mask messing with the axe. Because as many of us sat back and had that one person in your mind, like, you know what, if I could just chop down a fucking tree, I would. I was that person in that. That was that one personality deep inside my body that wanted to come out so bad. But who's going to hear it? Everybody watch the video. So I vented in that fashion. I'm serious. There's no more just walking over me. Today, when I was trying to help a friend of mine through a crisis, as I was on a phone conversation, I had 3 people contact me about working on cars, and I was trying to answer them at the same exact time. On top of that, I was still trying to tolerate everything that I had just encountered over the weekend. I put everybody else first again. That isn't going to happen anymore. It will still be there for people. I still will help. I will still not charge you to work on your vehicle if you come by my house. I won't do that. It's not about that. That's not even what I was meaning from that. I just want people to know that when you don't tell somebody thank you or that you appreciate something, when you were just saved $450 on a labor bill, or you learned a valuable life lesson from here on out that you can teach to others, that if you ever hear that noise wrong with your car, the very first thing you need to look at is that. I will work on shit for free every single day as long as you help me. But if you're going to stand there and watch, you better believe you're going to be paying me $45 an hour. Nope, I will not tolerate that, because I'm told what to do everything else in my life. I'm only confident in 3 things in my whole being: working on vehicles, welding, and not being able to say I need help. That's the 3 main things with me. So when we're in a conversation and you ask me to help you with something and I give you my answer, do not pick my answer apart and throw it back at me and tell me no. Why did you ask me if your intentions were just to tell me no anyway? It's not that I'm fighting to be right. You just need to understand that people put their own things aside to help others, and nobody really sees it. The only people that ever see it are those who are hurt, sitting at home thinking, damn it, the other day I just walked over there and offered to wash this guy's car because I seen he was struggling. Why will nobody ever do that for me? And then when you think about it, people say, well, it's because you're wanting it too much. That's why it's not happening. No, it's not. If you can tell me that, then you didn't have any empathy in your fucking soul at all. If you seen me struggling, you should have went, hey, man, is there anything I can do for you today? People don't do that anymore. I will. Don't get in my DMs and ask me for money. Do not get in my DMs and ask me to retweet anything anymore for you asking for money. I have $2 fucking to my name until Friday. Okay? Guess what? I'm an adult. I'm the one who did not budget myself properly. I decided to do things or pay for things that I shouldn't have or that I needed to pay for. And that's why I'm here now. I'm sorry, but if people cannot put the step forward to at least attempt to help themselves, I can't help you anymore. I will not. I will not bring you into my realm of friends for you to feed off of them as well when there ain't a fucking thing wrong with you and you're asking to get out there and do it. I have a broken back. I have 148 pieces of metal in my body. I cannot continuously do something unless I'm continuously doing something. It's weird. But I do it. I do it when it's snowing. I lay on the fucking ground in the rain to help people. And you still want to pop in someone's DMs and say, can I borrow $6 today? No, I smoke too. Cigarettes are $6 a pack. Sorry, quit fucking smoking or go roll some fucking pennies. I can't help anymore. I mean, I've given all, and I know it's selfish of me to say this, and I've got dick in return from friends and family. There's a limited amount of people out there that I trust enough that I can have a conversation just a little bit further than what we're having right now. And you know who you are. And if you guys are in here right now, you are. No, and Mandy, thank you. I just looked up and seen yours. I know you are. And to anybody that can see her, I'm not putting the comments up tonight though, Mandy, because I'm just sitting back and chilling on this. Mandy is one of the ones who actually reached out to me today about working on a vehicle. Whenever I was diagnosing the problem by just talking to her, she didn't say, no, you're wrong. She said, wow, I never thought about that. Thank you so much. Because when somebody doesn't know something and they're willing to learn, that's why I work on her car for free. If she chooses to pay me because she sees how hard I worked, or buy me something to drink, or, whatever, that's fine. But I'm not going to ask for payment on that. I know what it's like to be used. I know what it's like to be broke. And if you can learn how to change your own tire instead of calling a tow truck to come help you figure out how to lower that tire down, you better fucking believe I'll be there for you for that. And that goes for anyone. That's why I make some of the stupid videos that I make. Most of my car working videos are stupid and to the point. You need these 3 tools. These 3 bolts are right here. This one is a son of a bitch. I prepare you guys for that because that's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for when I was online. Shit you not. I threw it up like, okay. For instance, we'll go with Mandy. She's changed the thermostat on her car. In order to change the thermostat on a 2018 to a 2009 Chevy Cruze, it is in the housing whole thing. So you have your base hose, you have a vent hose, you have 3 bolts. And it's $100 part. The only reason why I know this is because my friends Isaac and I had to draw a blank. Isaac and his wife, team of guys, I'm so sorry. 2 doors over. They have the same car, but theirs is 2 years different than hers. They had to have theirs changed. I had to Google that because when you look at these cars anymore, they don't look the same. So if I can tell somebody, hey, it's right here, this is the only thing you got to do to do it. I can't help you today, but you can borrow my tools to do it. It's a life lesson you'll carry forever. And you'll always remember, like if you're looking at a newer car and you're riding with somebody and you can tell that this car is overheating, you can give your personal opinion on something, not because you listen to me, it's because you're willing to learn. That same concept comes when you're trying to make friends or make enemies with people. You have got to understand that we are all different. We all see the world through a different set of fucking eyes. Yeah, we might have things in common. We might agree on things, but everybody's different. Just because I like to sit here, a grown-ass man, trimming my beard and earrings and wearing fucking rabbit ears, does not mean the next person wants to. Case in point, my dad made fun of me for it. But you know what? I'm proud enough to say that I'm less than 18,000 views away of hitting 850,000 fucking views that I did my fucking self. That my family did not know about until like 4 months ago. I pushed every fucking day. I grinded this shit every day because I wanted something for myself to look back on. I can't be proud of myself for shit. I am fucking disabled from an accident that I had and from a doctor fucking me up during surgery. That is pathetic. I was retired when I was 35 years old, not because I was a .comer. It's because my back was fucked up. And I'm 43 now. That was 8 years ago. I missed the best years of my children's lives because of everything that happened in that amount of time. And I still blame myself for it because even if the accident wasn't my fault when it happened, I still could have done things to prevent it. I didn't because everybody was in a hurry when it happens. And then when I was in surgery and something happens and you don't find out for like 3 months later on why your legs don't work, when the doctor comes in and goes, oh no, what happened? When the EMG tech comes in, it's like, dude, you have 2 severed nerves. That's why you scream like a mashed cat when I hooked that electricity up to you. That's all you got to do. You got to find people that don't care. The other doctors, they didn't want to admit that they were wrong. I'm not going to sue them. I just want to know why the fuck are my legs not working? Well, boy comes in, he's like, man, it's going to take quite a while because they grow back. I'm probably wrong. It's like a millimeter or 2 a year or something. Somehow the nerves will slowly bring yourself back together. I've never had shingles, but if anybody has had shingles, the burning, fiery, like sticking my leg in a beehive that's on fire in a fucking volcano kind of feel, I have that every single day in my legs, but I don't have shingles. That's just the damage that I have. So when I walk or I sit or I move around, that's how that runs. And thank you, Weird Art Lady. It's the truth. But no one teaches anybody anything anymore. And hers says mechanics are the most valuable tradesmen. Finding a good one is like finding a unicorn. Not only that, finding an honest one. Because if you show up to my house, and I will tell you if I'm capable of doing it. I will troubleshoot it for you. I'll hook my little computer up to it, whatever, to try to help diagnose it. If I feel comfortable enough with what tools I have and I'm able to do it, I'll do it. But if I don't think that I can, or I think I might cause more harm than good trying to get in to do that, then I will make sure that they know that. That is what I want to teach somebody to be able to do on their own at home. There's still kids out there that think their engine is sealed to the point where they don't have to check their oil or any other fluids when they're driving to things. Because that's what their parents were taught. Because they were taught to pull up to Walmart, let them put air in your tires, change oil, and check everything else. Okay, so what happens when that kid gets out on their own and can't afford to go to Walmart anymore? And they're the ones who are stuck 8 months down the road when there's shit messing up with that car because they couldn't afford to get the oil changed because they didn't know how to do it themselves. All you had to do was teach them. And if you didn't know, ask somebody else. There's going to be somebody out there. There's somebody near each one of you people out there right now that is the same person that I am. I shit you not. It's somebody that just gets such a fulfillment out of working with their hands. I mean, I've got somebody driving a car here on Wednesday for me to work on. And I offered again to help, well, of course, Mandy and with Isaac's car. They got their stuff together today. I was in, middle of something, but it all stems back to my own mental health and my own selfishness when I'm doing that, because it relaxes me. I tell people all the time that I play Overwatch and smoke weed for my mental health. If you've never been on one of my streams and you've never heard me violently cuss at a cartoon character and then laugh afterward, you don't know what it's like to watch somebody let everything fucking go. I'm 43 years old, and I will play against anybody, whether they beat me or not. It's the fun of playing it. It is the just balls to the walls chaos that's in my mind, in my heart, right now, just fighting itself. But I can project it on that TV, and it wears me the fuck out, believe it or not. I stand up when I game because I want my body to be done. I want it to be like it was a 12-round fight because I just smoked that weed. And it put me into a zone of straight focus where I could do as great as I could possibly on that game. And Dan's in here. Queen's in here now, in the chat earlier. Sith was in here. Nightshade was in there. Pally, new guy that I started playing with today. We had 5 of us in this fucking thing. We rocked the fuck out of this. We played 13 minutes, and our whole team only died 5 times. That's how great we did, because we all suck individually, but when you're able to get together and play a game or have a conversation with somebody in a live, outside of a live, anything. Hey, Seth, honey, love you too. If you're bored and want to jump in, hon, please feel free, because I'm talking about us anyway right now. But we all are on different levels in our lives. We all have different lives. We all were different ages. We all were different sexes. We all probably had different religious backgrounds. But for that 13 minutes, we were a family enough that we fed off each other's energy, that we were laughing and cutting up like we were fucking standing in the same room. And Sith, if I'm fucking lying, I'm dying. Same with you, Nightshade, with Dan, with Pally, anybody else that was in there with us. You know what that felt like. You know what that one, like, elimination that we all were trying for, that we all just went after that one motherfucker because we couldn't do it. Oh, it's, if you can't make yourself do that. What's going on, Paul? How you doing, bub? No, I know, man. I do. I appreciate you and Mandy both. And and it's the reason why you guys don't know that I would need somebody to reach out is because I don't tell people that I need somebody to reach out. The way that I do it is I more try to reach out to others and hope one day it does come in return, because I'm a very private person until things weigh on me so much, and then I have to have a show like this. And for the 80 people that's been in here for 45 minutes, I do want to thank you. I want to hit my bong one time. I'm ready to do some crazy shit, answer some questions. If you guys want to talk about something, feel free. If you want to jump in here with me for a few minutes, I'll link you in. I don't care. Don't feel obligated. If you're busy, don't worry about it. I'll still sit here and mumble for a little bit. I just want you guys to know this, that I'm really not going to be the same person anymore like I have been online. I've tried to pick up every other streamer out there, every other content creator, and run with them, because I still strongly believe that's what we should be doing. A lot of us have the same sponsors, and people look like, what do you guys do? Just all group up and just go like raid this one company? No, this one company sees what all of us are doing. Just because you don't see us all on the same show together all the time. I keep pointing at my TV. That's why I'm pointing away. Sorry, I'm not pointing at you guys. but it's because that we're all there. Right before I come on here, I was in a live on TikTok with 6 other people that were in there. People I just met, but they make me feel just like everybody else does on every other platform that I've got. It's a family that I did not know I had until I finally found them. Right after that, I went and watched Cash play some Call of Duty 6. Dropped 20 lightning bolts on that man. Just, dude, tear it up. And he goes, what'd you do that for? You ain't got to do that. Yeah, I do. You're a friend. I see what you're doing. I like that. I want to support you. So that's why I do that. I don't pick and choose my friends. My friends pretty much just find me. And it's because I'm fucking weird. I mean, how many people sit around like this all day? I don't do it all day. 90% of the time I do. But when I go out, like right now, I'm wearing pajama pants, flip-flops, fuzzy socks, my hoodie. I'll go to the gas station down here just for somebody to say, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is me not giving a shit anymore. This is me realizing that I don't have to dress up to go to the store. I'm single, yes. I'm 100%. And I don't need to impress anybody. I don't fucking care anymore. I've got to find me. Yes, this loneliness is one of the worst feelings you ever want in the world. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when this camera goes off tonight, I'll probably end up crying before I go to sleep. It's nothing anybody can help. It's just when you fall into your own deep darkness on something, you just can't help it. And you'll fight your own demons unless you can find a way to outlet them. Some people use a punching bag. Some people drink. Some people drive fast cars. Some people skydive. I choose to wear masks and try to make you guys laugh. That's what I do. That's my medication. Other than the weed, and I'm getting ready to smoke again. But I go again, rambling on again. If anybody wants to join me, please feel free. Oh, and yes, you got me. Tell your significant other thank you very much for that too. Okay. No, I appreciate you guys. I really do. And you know, the fucked up thing? I've had 3 people reach out to me that are within arm's reach of me, and not one of them's a fucking family member. How does that make you feel? You know what I mean? It's just. It's so sad when you know that you would step out in front of a moving vehicle for the people that you love, and you can't even send them a message with something like this tagged in it for them to support you. Isn't it fucked up? Seriously fucked up. Yeah, Queen, I see you. I see that. Raiders lost again, yes. This time by 5 points. Every game they've lost has been within like 7 points. That really fucking sucks. Oh, God, it sucks. But this is what I want, though. This show was not for me to try to gain pity from anyone or get anything from anybody. This is my cry for help for you. I want you to know that if you ever feel the way that I feel right now, feel the way that I felt this past weekend, feel the way I feel every single night before I go to bed, that you are not alone. Okay? You're not alone. When you get to a point of the unknown and you have no one else, you have fucking me. And whether that means anything to you or not, inbox me. I do have all of my socials active under me. You'll see the same logo. If the thing does not have the rabbit picture logo, that's my trademark. It is not me. Even if I did have some other accounts long ago, I have no access to them now. So if you find me out there, it was probably me at one time, but it's not me anymore. If you need that, reach out to me. I'm serious. Just you don't know how much it helps somebody else when you reach out. It's not because they feel like, I know all the answers. For that 1 second, it almost feels ungodly the way your heart and the butterflies hit that somebody trusted you enough to open up to you. And that's why no one ever opens up to anyone. I said this not long ago. It's not that I'm afraid to tell you something. It's I'm afraid of your response, or I'm afraid of that dead air between the two of us. You know, it's Maybe it's just me that does that. But every question or statement that comes out of my mouth when I'm addressing another person, whether it be virtual, whether it be on the phone, or whether it be in person, if there's that awkward silence, even for a split second, my brain fucking explodes. I mean, it's just, it's so odd that, oh man, and I hate that I'm in here by myself because we got 92 in here with us right now, and I'm starting to draw a blank. And it's not because I'm getting nervous or not wanting to share things. It's I want to make sure that my point gets across to the aspect of the way that I'm wording it, I guess. And I'm sorry for throwing a whole bunch of big words together too. And you can tell Kim's not in here. I had seen the fucking word mansplain pop up 38 times already across the top. Shit. But no, I mean, all bullshit aside, I'm not okay. I am not trained in any way, shape, or form or fashion when it comes to mental health. I am not a paid advocate for any company. I am not paid shit from anyone when it comes to this. I want you to know that I know what it's like to suffer with your own demons because you don't understand. While no matter how hard you try, you will never be good enough in the eyes of those you really, really want to be good enough in front of. That's a question that nobody can answer. Because the only way that answer can or question can be answered is the conglomerate of people all pushing into that same run right there and saying, okay, we all need to sit down and work this out. You won't find that. You won't. What's up, Bosch Family Gaming? How's it going, man? You popped in just in time. We were almost getting off of the having lots of problems part. And see, you know, as yourself, another streamer, another content creator, and you know, another gamer as well. I don't look at you as my competitor. When you post something, I retweet that shit. I follow that shit. I watch that shit because I'm proud to know somebody like you. You know, straight up, dude. I mean, you're just like me. We're just here trying to exist. We're trying to do what we can to better ourselves, but also better others in the aspect of making them laugh, bringing brightness to their days, all that. And it's so hard when somebody thanks you or when somebody sends you a message like, you know, you made my day today. I was having a rough day till I seen yours. I really wish I could do that to myself. I do. And I know that these other creators have done the same thing. Even if you just go live for 5 minutes on any platform, you have a different connection with people than you would ever dream. And it's super hard. It's hard to have a conversation with a microphone or with yourself. You might be able to do it in front of the mirror. But if you time yourself, I have no clue. We've been live now for 53 minutes. And I have not shut the fuck up. And all of this right now is straight from the heart. Not one thing was written down. If I would have had to sit down and plan for this, you would have never heard half the shit that I just said. Because I wouldn't have been able to say it. That's one thing that I found that was the great part about separating myself from, you know, the crazy smoking, mask wearing videos to the human Robbie. And I was doing it for my own sanctity. I was doing it for my own good, and it wasn't right until I realized that the whole purpose of me being able to actually just do it, it's really hard. And I hate to say it that way because I don't want people to get a bad impression of me to think that if they ever do talk to me in private, they're not talking to the same person. You are talking to the same person. You're not getting the persona of a man who could give a flying fuck less what anybody says, because that's who BMR is. That's who Bongmaster Rob is. If you come at me, I don't care. I'm coming right back at you. You come at me in real life, it's not that I'm afraid. It's not that I don't like conflict. It's not that I don't want to be out there. It's just I would rather just say, you know what, fuck it. Not even fight for it. It's not worth it anymore. But this is my outlet. And if you don't like it, keep fucking watching, because you're going to be God blessed miserable, because I will make it my goal to make you miserable. If you do not like it, me putting on that clown mask, and I know you're in that chat, my ass is going to wear that clown mask every time you're in here, just for spite, because you're not going to come in here, you're not going to complain on me, you're not going to attack my guests, or you're not going to try to bring down the whole dynamic of what the Dank Dungeon means to me. I was letting that happen. I was getting really, really tied up in other people's problems. And it's not that I don't care about their problems. I have just as many problems as everybody else does. And I realized that it was affecting the things that I do. Um, I will still be there for every person that I said I would be there for, including you. Yes, you, whoever I just pointed at. Nobody in chat. I pointed directly into Camden. If you think for a second that just because I am who I am, or you may put me on something a little bit bigger because of the following I have, don't do that. I don't give a shit if I go viral tomorrow and get 150 billion views on YouTube by dawn. It is not going to change the person that I am. I've been there. I've had everything that I've ever wanted in life, and it's all been taken away. And I've been trying to fight back to get it since then. So you always will be fighting to get ahead. And nobody's stealing my thunder anymore. And if I just made a couple of you miserable, or I'm just, made a couple of you out there thinking, well, challenge accepted. Let's roll. I'm going to straight up Al Bundy, rip my fucking shirt off and go at you. I don't care. My life now, thanks to my new friends from TikTok, because they're like my left brain, right brain. Right brain, fuck it. I'll do what you want, jump out the window. Right brain reels me, or left brain reels me back in. I know I just pointed my right side. That's how fucked up I was. I forgot that I was mirrored. Anyway, it's the voice of reason. It's that voice that lets me know it's okay to be me. And it's okay to be that person. It's okay to join those two together. It's okay to cry when you're done. It's okay to wear your emotions on your sleeve. Yeah, I mean, if you look at half of my shit, I would be afraid of me. I mean, I wouldn't know how to approach me. You ever seen a half-naked man, or a man just wearing a towel, wearing a horse mask, dancing in front of you? They don't want nobody wants to talk to me. But you have no idea how much that little video done for me more than a handful of Valium would have with my anxiety. It's so odd that you are able to, or I am able to anyway, take my blinders off, especially now that I've opened my eyes to that. Until I'm actually told by somebody to stop, I will never stop being an advocate for the benefits of cannabis, not because of what has been tested or any of this shit or anybody else's opinions. I'm telling you this from my heart. Last December, I weighed 225 pounds. Okay? I do not diet. I probably drink, if I could, 4 liters of pop a day. Dan, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping in. We'll hook up tomorrow, play some Overwatch if you're free. I am sorry, everyone else. I'm not catching with the comments. I just glanced up when his popped up and said off to bed. For the first time in my life now, look, I got abs. And I got a pump in my stomach too, so you can't really do that. I weigh 187. Why? Stress, anxiety, the fear of never finding anyone, all that shit wrapped into one. Or fighting the problems of others. Later chat, later chat, later. How many times are you going to send that, Dan? Damn it. Oh, Night Pat. Okay, I thought I said later chat, Night Pat. Sorry, my screen flashed like 13 times. Now you did say Pat. That's my bad, Patrick. I'm sure all of your comments up top, dude. I am not missing you on purpose. I promise. I'm just not up there by my mouse to go to the top of the chat. And with me doing it tonight by myself, I'm sorry. I caught you at the very beginning. But I do appreciate everything you do, man. I really do. You've helped me out a lot. If you guys don't know who Patrick is, I'm going to go and tell you who Patrick is. Patrick won a great gift on 1010, which is the Happiness to Humans thing that I was involved with. And where he was out of country, it couldn't be shipped to him. So he gives it to me. I'm sponsored by this company, but this man decides to give it to me. Franz was in the room at the same time. So Franz steps up and says, no, we can't have that. Rob, I'll send you a sample jar. Let's rerun this. And then offered Patrick for any time he ever comes in the States to hit him up, and he'll make sure he has 2-day express mail, something into his hotel room while he's there. That was what Happiness to Humans was for. We were all in there. We were all in there together. Different places in the world, different outlooks on life. I don't know who Patrick is. Never talked to the man before in my life. Gave me a $50 fucking jar of honey. Why do you do that to people? Because you have empathy for others. Instead of him saying, well, I'll just wait and find somebody to send it to later, but thanks, guys, bye. No, he wanted to pay it forward. And I really appreciate Franz for doing it too. And once again, shout out to Heinlein, which is right here above me. If you guys have never tried it, please, you at least got to try it once. And I know he does giveaways, and I'm going to see if he wants to be a part of my 850,000 or 850K giveaway. So hopefully I'll have some to give away on that day too, so at least some other people will be able to try it. I like it. I need to not drink it as often because I just drink that and nothing else, and smoke and forget to eat and sleep and everything else. Not because of that. It's just because when you finally find something that helps you in an aspect of not, I like to get high, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love to just sit down with people, rip one out. The camaraderie of friends when you do that is the greatest feeling in the world. I smoke daily because I need the medication. I'm under the influence of it, yes. Am I high 90% of the time? No. I have a high tolerance. So I'm medicating with this. And when people tell me that I'm a drug user, or they won't let anyone come into my house because it's a drug den, or I don't sell anything. I don't grow anything other than the one plant that I've got right now that I'm legally allowed to have. Actually, I can have 6 of them, but I don't. I have my MMC. I purchase shit from the dispensary. I get stuff given to me from sponsors. All legal now. Still. All legal. Not good enough. Not good enough. And it's affected me to the point where it made me want to quit streaming. But I will not allow anybody else to hold me back. The only way you guys will never see me on here again is 1, if I die, or 2, if I've been banned on every network. I don't care if I don't get another view. I don't care if I don't get another follower. I am greatly appreciative right now for as far as I've came and for as far as you guys have carried me. You have no idea how much it humbles me to know that we have 100 people in here watching right now. We've only been here for an hour. I couldn't tell you 100 people around here. If I was on fire running down the fucking road during a parade, that 100 people would even look my direction. But 100 of you are wanting to sit in here right now, even if you have nothing else to do and you just pop me in to listen to. So I didn't want to do this all night. I was just going to run it for an hour. I do want to thank the 100 people that joined us tonight. Everyone that I did not get up with in the chat, I'm sorry. I did try to keep conversation going as long as I could. I just really wanted to get some of this stuff out. And it's my therapy. And I hope that hearing me tell stories about my life makes you understand it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be different from others because we all are different. Just because one person out there picks one thing about you, take that back. Just because somebody out there takes one thing about me, not about you, will do that, and they know what that is, to break me down, you've got to separate yourself from that. If you get up every morning and you give your all to someone or something that you don't feel that benefit for anymore, stop. I'm not telling you to divorce. I'm not telling you to break up with somebody. I'm not telling you to quit your job. Stop allowing it to be that way. Put your foot down one time. Stand up for yourself enough to say, am I invisible? That's not selfish, people. I thought forever it was selfish for me to ask, why not my turn? I sit and made myself miserable thinking about that. And I know you are too. Everybody that's in here right now, at least one of us has done it. Those are my fave. Girl, last 3 minutes, I'll just sit here and do some Terry Crews and just bounce my boobies. What's that? Want to do that? Yeah. I embrace the weird anymore. You would have never caught me taking my shirt off in my own fucking home while I'm in here by myself. But now, I actually think I might look a little bit good. But I don't care. I didn't do it like that. You know, it happened. Stress put me this way. Misery put me this way. I don't have it's not an eating disorder. Please don't think that. I'm not starving myself, nothing like that. It's just, I am so much under stress. I don't have an appetite. I don't. And then 2 or 3 days without eating, or like eating sufficiently like I should, then I get shakes. Then my hands start getting numb. My lips start getting numb. And then people are like, you need to eat something. Huh? Okay. Yeah, because your body does have to function that way. I need to get myself back on track with the things that I'm doing. I need to do things more properly. But notice all that right there. I said that's what I need to do with myself. Everybody's different. Please don't take my story and try to reflect it upon yours. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's battle is different because nobody understands what somebody's going through. Yeah, we all can say, well, I've been there. I might be able to help you. You were there in your capacity, not mine. I know the things have similarities, but you could be stronger than me. One of those words, it's a stupid adjective, could have affected me worse than it did you. So it's just what we got to do. But once again, guys, I really do thank you for the 108 that's with us right now. I've been running for an hour and 5 minutes. I will be doing, what is tomorrow? Tuesday. A lot of friends have live shows this week. Do not forget to watch the Stoner Jesus kickoff show on the 30th. And I just found out that Cheddar is matching some shit, and I shared it out there too. For every 7 grams a person buys, they're donating $10 to breast cancer awareness. And it's going toward everything that Sith and Stoner Jesus and everybody else, that the donators and all the people that are going to be there for Stoner Jesus, for Sith, and for this great thing that's coming out. And I'm sorry if you don't like them. I like them. They're my friends. Thank you for joining me tonight. I would love, well, sorry, Queen. I did not mean that towards you. I just seen your comment then too. I do get it. See, that's the thing, is that was with this feed here tonight. I'm nothing against you. I don't want any of that. I want, in mine anyway, it's got to be peace, please. I have to change my ways, because if not, it's going to make me just go nuts. And here, wait. There. Is that all right for you? Make you feel better, anybody? Here, one more time. Anybody want any? Oh, look. That's not drugs, people. That's nothing. That is me getting in touch with myself from a fucking plant that makes me feel so good about myself that I can run fucking rampant. So good luck with you and yours. Thank you again for joining me this evening. I will have a show once again on the 31st. That's Thursday evening. I am going to start probably around 9-ish, and we'll be joined by Crazy Strains, Stoner Raven, because they were the ones who approached me on this. So it's going to be a costume party. It's not going to be here in my studio. It's going to be viral. It's going to be out there. So anybody that's there that wants to join. Now, it's going to be respectful for whoever's in this too. Just saying, because it's going to be my stream. I'm running it, but they're going to be in it because, they're my friends. So people that's joining us, not only are my friends, it's their friends. Even if I have a problem with one of those people they're bringing in, I'm still allowing them in because they're their friends. I know when to keep my mouth shut. I know how to hold my tongue. I know how not to offend people. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't have a bedside manner. But I'm getting mine out here in the open now. Please, to everyone out there who has tried to break me down, keep coming, motherfucker, because I ain't stopping. But those who are making it hard for people like me, or people who are trying to reach out, and people are intentionally denying that because they're afraid to accept that they might be wrong inside too, y'all better get in touch with yourself. I did. Oh, here, cut him what? You want me to do this again? Oh, wait, here. I got to do this for Sith before I go. Hi, Sith. That's for you, girl, because I know you love my eyes. Anyway, thanks. I was being weird tonight. I can't help it. Blame the weed. Blame whatever you want. It's still going to be me in the long run. It'll still be me with a mask on tomorrow. It'll probably be me with a mask on in a little bit. Thanks, everyone, again. And please, everything that I said on here, I meant it from the bottom of my heart. I was not trying to come off brash or harsh toward people. I'm not going to stand for disrespect from people. You guys have your own lives. Just don't involve me in it if you wanted to run that fashion. Because all the friends that I have now, regardless how close they are, they're all there for a certain reason. And just because 2 of you or 5 of you or 12 of you don't like each other, doesn't mean I still can't get along with all of you, if that makes sense. Because I know what it's like to be the odd man out. I know what it's like to be picked last. It fucking sucks. So regardless, I won't change the way I am when it's to help others in that fashion. But the second you start using me, I'm going to exploit the fuck out of you. And I'm going to tell everybody the things that I've done for you and the laughter and things, just so people can see what kind of narcissist you truly are. And if anybody in my family just heard that and felt offended to it, I'm sorry. If the shoe fits, fucking wear it. Same as my friends. I mean, that's the worst thing is if you say something that people get offended to when you're not directing it towards somebody, somebody's got a guilty conscience. Somebody felt that deep for one reason or another. That's not the person who put that shit out there. That's you fighting your own demons going, damn it, that is me. Fuck. Instead of accepting that and working on it, don't attack somebody else. It hurts. It fucking hurts. Don't project your fucking misery on others because you never know what they're going through. That 1 second might be their last on this earth because of something that you said. Believe me, I've been that person. I've been on the receiving end of that and the one giving it. And I'm proud enough to sit here and say that. It didn't make me weak. At the time, yeah, fuck yeah. Well, you stupid fuck. What are you doing? Then help me. Don't make fun of me for hitting that point of weakness. Help me. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me why I can't. That's all you got to do. Even if you can't answer those questions, just sit there and fucking listen. Even if you just want to fucking blank it out, just make them feel like you care. You have no idea how much that helps someone. And you're welcome. That was for my movies, not for me talking. Thanks again, everyone. I am going to jet for the evening. It has been a great stream. I really do appreciate everyone that popped in tonight. Don't forget, Sith and I will be live tomorrow at 10. We're going to start over. We're going to start running again. I'm probably going to lose my shirt. I don't know what else we're doing. We'll be doing some more shit later this week. Thanks again, everyone. And remember, if you need me, reach out. My show is still open to anybody out there who's in the cannabis type of community where you want to get yourself out there because you're doing things. That's what my main show is all about. Let's get to know you. Let's network even more. I haven't stopped my show. I'm on episode 3 now. I've got other people in the works coming in for it. I will always make room for my guests. That's the beauty part of Dank Dungeon Chronicles. It's surrounded 100% solely around the guest. The guest picks the day, the guest picks the time. If it infringes on another one of my streamers' things, I tell them, I'm sorry, this is the only time I can do it with this person, and I'm not going to miss it. So it's not that I'm trying to step on any toes. Everyone knows that's how my show goes. So anybody else, if you want to holler, send me something. We'll set a studio up. We'll promote you the best way we can. I don't have a great reach, but at least I got 111 here with us right now. Thanks again, everyone. Enjoy that week, because for shit's sake, I'm going to after this one. Stop being an asshole to people. You never know how good you'll feel inside when you actually look at someone and say, you okay? And actually fucking mean it. You'll find yourself somewhere.